Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews. I'm back today with another collection update. Um, it occurred to me, just like yesterday actually, that it's been almost 3 months since I last did a collection update. So as a result, there's quite a lot of stuff here. So I got DVDs and I got Blu-rays. I guess I'll get into it. Start off with the DVDs. First off, got Subspecies 4, Bloodstorm. I ordered a bunch of stuff from the Unearthed, not the Unearthed, what am I talking about? The Full Moon sale a bit back, and they threw this in for free, so yay, nice, good stuff. Next up, we got the Critters 4 film collection. Wouldn't you know, I bought this. I'm kidding you not. The next day, the day after I bought this, the Blu-ray set was announced. But I paid like $7 for this. You know, I'm not bad with that. Funny thing about this particular release, though, is on the inner sleeve and everything here, it says, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if I can zoom in right there. Right down here. It's saying that it's 2 discs with, flipper discs. But when you actually open it up, come here, you bastards. They're actually just 4 separate discs. So I just found that kind of cool. It's like I don't know whether they're recycling cover art or something, but just an interesting little bit of trivia, if you will. Next up is a bunch of stuff I got sent from Wild Eye Releasing. Sent me a bunch of stuff to review. I've reviewed a bunch of them. Got another bunch coming up soon. I'm actually really pleased with Wild Eye recently. They've been putting out a lot of good stuff, so I hope they keep it up. First up, there was the Jurassic Dead. Really fun little, it's a freaking zombie dinosaur. What else do you need? It's fun. Okay, then we got House on Elm Lake. This was really solid. I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. Then there was House of Salem. That's another one I really enjoyed. A bunch of people kidnap a kid, and it turns out like some satanic cult wants the kid. Next, Bone Jangles. Funny as hell, really. Not the scariest thing ever, but Then Soft Matter. This is a really weird one. I'll leave a link to the playlist for all of these down in the description. So you'll see what I think about them more in there. And there was Pretty Fine Things. This was interesting. That's enough. The Cropsey incident. Pretty damn funny. Like social justice warriors get slaughtered in a forest. Then we got Alabama Sasquatch. I haven't watched this one yet. I'm really looking forward to that actually, because that looks pretty damn fun. Then Dead House. This is another one. This all came in like the second batch of stuff they sent me. I haven't seen this one yet. Again, it looks pretty good, so I'm hyped for that. The Disco Exorcist. I don't know. Hopefully it's going to be good. Inhumanity. Again, this is another one I haven't watched yet, so, Then Goreface Killer. This one is kind of funny because it's actually originally called Attack of the Cockface Killer. But, I guess they didn't let them use that particular name for this release. I'm looking forward to watching this one as well. Then there's Tsunami. I have no clue, honestly. This particular one, my expectations are kind of low. But, I could be surprised, right? Then Tales of Poe. This is one I'm looking forward to as well, because, it's got Adrian King, Amy Steele, Debbie Rochon, and Caroline Williams. So that's kind of cool in and of itself, Next we have Shark Exorcist. I haven't heard good things about this, but that title is awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, honestly. Then there's Predator World. I don't know. I'll see when it, you know. And Darkest Day. This kind of looks like a 28 Days Later type clone, which isn't a bad thing, you know. All right, is that it for the Wild Eye? Yeah. Then I picked up The Evil Within. Uh, this was a great movie by Andrew Getty. It's a damn shame he died. He could have maybe been something in the horror industry if this was anything to go by. Really solid movie. Then there's From a House on Willow Street. It's also known as House on Willow Street in the States for some reason. They left off the from a. Really, really solid possession, like home invasion type movie. Good stuff. Then there was The Rake. It was okay. And last up for the DVDs was Lake Mungo. This movie is a masterpiece. We've recently on the Tumbling Podcast done a deep dive on this. I'll leave a link in the description. This is possibly one of the best ghost movies of the past decade. Easily. Okay, so that's it for the DVDs. Now we're moving on to the Blu-rays. This is, where obviously the more, better stuff shows up. First up is Suspiria. What can you say about Suspiria that hasn't been said already? I've said it before, I'll say it again. I find Suspiria to be more a work of art than a movie. As a movie, I find it boring. But as a visual scene, like if you just sit there and watch it, it's a feast to behold on you. It's feast for the eyeballs. But, not the greatest of movies, but beautiful. Then there was Strangers Pray at Night. I like this one. It wasn't really as good as the first one, but it's a very different type of movie. They say this is like the unrated version. I honestly don't know what's different about it. I didn't notice anything, but really solid flick. Next is Saturn III. This is a sci-fi flick from back in the 80s. Kirk Douglas, Harvey Keitel, and Farrah Fawcett. Really fun, crazy sci-fi flick. It's worth seeing. Then, Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. I just had to upgrade this. I had the old bare bones Blu-ray, and yeah, I just needed to upgrade it. So that's it. Next up, Hansel and Gretel Get Baked. Haven't watched this one yet, but I'm looking forward to that. That could be interesting. Then, this one's a little bit unique. This is Pieces. What this is I actually have the Grindhouse releasing, like, special edition, like 3-disc or whatever. But this was a Horror Pack limited edition. Normally, if I have a movie in the Horror Pack, I usually, give it to my buddy Corey or sell it or something. But since this was a limited edition one, I decided to keep it. So yeah. Then we got The Endless. I haven't seen this one yet, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. So this is another one I'm really looking forward to watching. Then this one, I'll be honest, I bought this because it was like $7. The movie itself isn't great, and that's The Dark Tower. It's like it's generic fantasy. Let's be honest, but it was $7. I was like, for that, I'll pick it up. Then we got Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Not the greatest in the Star Wars series by any stretch of the imagination, but still pretty fun. Then I got Mishima: Life in 4 Chapters. I love this movie. This movie is a certified masterpiece. If you haven't seen it, buy it, watch it. You won't regret it. Then we got 976 Evil. I just felt like picking it up. It was cheap, so I got it. Good stuff. And we got Lurking Fear. The next little bunch is from the Full Moon sale. Lovecraft-based story. Pretty damn fun, honestly. Then I just finished off the Puppet Master stuff that I needed to pick up because, with the new one coming out, we're going to be doing some commentaries on the Puppet Master movies, and stuff like that. So I picked up Puppet Master 4. I've always had a bit of a soft spot in my heart for that one. It was always fun. Curse of the Puppet Master. Again, another kind of fun one. Puppet Master The Legacy, it's a waste, really. I mean, the completist in me wanted to get it, but essentially it's a recap episode. And Puppet Master Axis Termination. Yeah. So that got me all up to date with those. Next, this was from the Arrow sale at Diabolic. So I was able to find some pretty good stuff. I got the Bloodthirsty Trilogy. Really solid Japanese vampire flicks. Really good stuff. And also the Black Society Trilogy. Japanese, again. Takashi Miike, Yakuza flicks. Cool stuff. And Dead or Alive. Again, Takashi Miike, Japanese. More Yakuza stuff. Pretty fun. Oh, this one should have been in with the Full Moon stuff, but that's Dark Angel, The Ascent. I'll say right now, I hate this cover. The movie's one of my favorites, but this cover is an abomination. Just saying. Then, picked up Game of Thrones Season 7. I reckon I should finally just, get it. I have the other ones. Never bothered to pick this up. Saw it on sale. Thought, what the hell? Then there's Model Hunger. Haven't watched this one yet. This is a Horror Pack limited edition. Filmed by Debbie Rochon. Could be interesting. So we'll see. Then there is I Am a Hero, based on the manga. Japanese, zombie flick. Looks very promising, so we'll see. Then Deadly Crush. Again, this is another Horror Pack limited edition. Looks interesting. Then there is my Phantasm box set from Arrow UK. This is probably the buy of this whole lot. This is the pinnacle, if you will. Then I got this for $3. It was Assassin's Creed Lineage. It was the thing that was a prequel to the Assassin's Creed 2 and stuff like that. It's not long. I think it's like a 30-minute little movie thing. But what the hell, for $3, I'm not complaining. Then I got Frankenstein, the complete miniseries. Again, this was $3. So, again, I'm not complaining at that price. And last up, just picked this up today, and that is Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Paid more for this than I would have liked, but with all the weird stuff that's been going on with Scream Factory recently, I was just happy to be able to find it. So, yeah. So, that's all the stuff for pretty much the past 3 months. I do have American Guinea Pig Song of Solomon on order, which is should be coming through hopefully this week. I'm really looking forward to that. And of course, this month's Horror Pack, but that'll be at the end of the month. Yeah. So I'll leave those links I said down in the description below, as well as my Patreon, my merch shop. If you feel like helping out the channel, would be appreciated. If not, that's okay. Yeah, but that's it for now. See you next time.